Hey there, my wonderful Taurus. All right, before we get started, I need to give you a heads up. I don't know if you can pick it up in here, and it's not happening right this second, but in the background, there is quite a high-pitched noise going on. It's actually my husband cutting the back door of my studio. I'm converting. My husband's doing all the work. I'm just coming up with the design and where I want the doors and windows. So my husband is putting together a studio for me, converted from an old sea can. I'm so excited to be able to give both in-person readings and classes and small groups space to meet right here without it always being online. Now, throughout the summer, it's been on my deck, but the weather just turned. We have fall here, people, and it's been raining the last couple of days, and that's going to be happening for the foreseeable future. So the deck no longer cuts it. And I can't wait to move indoors. So right now, all of my classes, go to my website if you'd like to know more about beginners classes coming up real soon. That's in October. All the information is available on my website, intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com. But soon, I'll be able to offer in person. And I'm so excited for that. So I just wanted to give you a heads up about that noise in the background. You may also hear some conversing going on because my stepdad that lives with me has his home care nurse here for exercises and bathing. And that may be going on in the background. And then, of course, it's, I think, a Pro D day. So I've got a child home. Anyways, it's a busy little place, but it always is. I'm a little bit scattered. I was working, last week was my first full week back to work, and you might hear my dogs barking. Last week was my first full week back to work, and not only was I booked solid, but then I also had a friend that went into ICU last weekend, and it was very, very critical. It still is pretty critical. And so I've been trying to get down to see her pretty much all week except for Wednesday. And then she's been tired the last couple of days, so I haven't gone. But to be frank, I recognize now that that's not a bad thing. It gives me an opportunity to rest as well. So there you have it. I'm a busy, scattered person. So let's just get to your reading, shall we, Taurus? So this is for the sign of Taurus. It's for the week of September 24th through to the 31st. And I'm going to pull a card from the Nature's Whispers Oracle. This is going to be your overarching theme for the rest of the week. And then I will pull 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And we'll just get right at her. So trust your own inner understanding. Trust your take on things. So this is all about, you just have a feeling about things. Like, despite the fact that I work in this industry and my husband is like about as muggle as they come, when it comes to people, I actually trust his intuition more than I trust my own. This is just a work in progress for me. But my husband is pretty quick. I know that in times past, I think it's just partly because he's more of a pessimist and I'm very much more an optimist. And I do feel I probably more often than I maybe should give people the benefit of the doubt. But I'd much rather be that way than automatically assume that people are negative, even if that's the feeling I'm getting from them. Whereas my husband, if he gets a negative feeling from them, he knows, and that's how he moves forward. Me, I'm just more trusting, and I get the negative feeling, but I just always feel like if I meet that with kindness and love and generosity, maybe that's what I'll be met with. And more often than not, I'm right. It's not that they're nice people. My husband was certainly right. In many ways, they're not. But they're always nice to me. And I do believe that that's because I put out a different energy now. Used to be I was taken advantage of, but I now have things called boundaries. Boundaries are a very healthy thing. So glad I learned that lesson. Anyways, let's just get right back to you, shall we, Taurus? I'm going to move on now to the Wisdom of the Oracle to break down your week just a little bit more, keeping in mind that your card is trusting your own understanding. If somebody's explaining something to you that you've wondered about, especially if it's a philosophical, esoterical, metaphysical kind of conversation, don't, just because they are in a position of maybe more knowledge about a variety of subjects, don't automatically take it on as your truth unless it feels right to you. This is what this is. Trust your own understanding. Even if you don't understand how you came about that understanding. Little pieces taken from here, then, and everywhere that resonate with you. Everything else should be left behind, okay? And that's what you share with others, is what your understanding is, and they will build their understanding based on what resonates with them, all right? Let's break your week down just a little bit, please. All right, we have for you, serendipity. I love serendipity, things just happening right when you sort of need them to. What a wonderful way to start your week, Taurus. Just this serendipity coming in and just sort of things just lining up just beautifully. That's Spirit's way, your universe's way of telling you you're on the right track, headed in the right direction. So I love this for you, considering the fact that I know this reading is not going to resonate with everyone. It's not meant to. But for those of you that it does, beautiful way to start the week. All right, we're moving on now to the middle of the week, and we have No Place Like Home. And I really do feel like for those of you this reading is resonating with, that your home really is your sanctuary. That's not true for everybody, but it's true for you. And I just really feel you need to remind yourself that just because you're getting 101 invitations to go places and do the things, and it sounds all really fun and exciting, and you have that FOMO going on, that you do in fact need to recharge your batteries, and you have to give yourself the time and space to do that. And you do that by simply, maybe once in a while, saying no to the invitation and staying home. Just hunkering down and spending you time. All right. I am going to be posting a video this week about the myths and mysteries of meditation, and it might be shocking, revealing to you. So I encourage you to watch that, Taurus, because it might come into play for you this week. And another one of these. So if you're watching your sun, moon, and rising signs, like I often encourage, then you may have come across this card before. It's talking about a decision that needs to be made. Now, if it comes up a couple more times, I'm going to know that this is a global energy that's going on, and somewhere in the world a major global shifting decision is being made. But for right now, this is to a couple of signs, including yourself. So just know that I want you to remember that it is what you believe in, your understanding, that you're trusting this week. And so when you have to look at a fork in the road and a decision, I want you to look at what feels right for you, right? So imagine yourself stepping into one scenario. How does it feel to you? Imagine stepping into another scenario. How does it feel? Staying, going, yes, no, whatever it is. Imagine each of them and go with what you feel. All right. Thank you so much, Taurus, for bearing with me today through all the noises in the background. I don't even know if you can pick them up, but there you have it. This is Intuitively signing off. I do hope you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button, and you'll learn more about me this week. All right. Blessed be one and all. I look forward to seeing you soon.